everyone, Justin here with Trading Cards and More, back with another video. Today I want to show you why I bought 38 boxes of 1990 Fleer Update Basketball. Picked these boxes up for about $15 each. Some were actually a little bit less, as I bought some sellers out completely. You guys have been following the sports card market recently. Hall of Famers and just cards from the 90s have really gone up. Jordan cards, every guy from Iverson, Kobe, Jordan, you name it, has gone up, including the Gary Payton rookie card. He didn't have a card in the regular Fleer set. The update set featured rookies from that year, and he was in this set. He was also in the Skybox set, so you can get his rookie card from there as well. And then he also has a Hoops card, which we opened on the channel. Series 2 Hoops features the Gary Payton draft pick rookie card. Also, you can get the Drazen Petrovic, another rookie that's in here, his rookie card. And I left my darn sheet in the other room like an idiot. Joel, what's going on? Truffle Shuffle, what's going on? If you guys want to wait just like 10 seconds, I'm going to run in the other room. Okay, so the Petrovic, there has been 164 graded, 128 were 10s, 28 were 9s. So there's over 80% gem ratio on that card. I don't know if people are more picky with that card and they just didn't send as many of them in. Obviously, there's a lot less population on the Petrovic, but his card only goes for about 65 to 80 bucks in a 10. The 9s sell for like 30 bucks. The Payton has recently climbed to about $600 to $700 in a 10, and there's over 1,000 graded. 323 were 10s, so just shy of 1 in 3 are 10s. Almost 500 9s, so about almost half are 9s, and then a lot of 8s. So out of 38 boxes, I'm expecting then to be about 12 10s and maybe like 15 to 29, somewhere in there. So hopefully that's the case. Another point to be made, the Gary Payton in a 9 was recently selling for $25 $30, which is extremely undervalued. If the 10 is at $600 $700, the 9, in my opinion, should be at least $100. The Sean Kemp, which if you guys follow the Sports Card Investor, the Sean Kemp was on there, and the 10 is over 300 bucks and the 9 is like 100. So it's like a 3 to 1 ratio, somewhere in there, maybe a little less, maybe 1 to 4 ratio. But yeah, if the Payton's at that price, I think the 9's definitely going to go up. And what that also means is these are going to be going up. So I did pay about $15 per box on these. Like I said, extremely cheap, which is why I bought a crap ton of them, because I don't know if people just haven't picked up on it yet or what's going on. But I did buy like 3 of these last year. I think they were around 10 bucks at the time, and I just wanted a Gary Payton for my personal collection, so I bought 3 of them. I figured one of them would grade, if not a 10, I get a 9 in there. So I picked them up, and those are at PSA. I mean, PSA is taking forever, so we're just gonna set the box off to the side here. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button. Brett's in here. What's going on, Brett? Andy, what's going on? From the UK, wow. Very insane. 22 people in here. Leave a like. Oh, there's the Derek Coleman. I was looking, some people have graded these. There's like Pop 30 or something like that. And the 10 was like 50 bucks or something. So not great. But Abe, what's going on? Flipping cards. So I don't know exactly where the pack the Payton is. I think it's actually towards the back. You can see they're all in order of the teams. So you're just looking for the team. Oh, actually those are not in order. That's weird. I thought they were supposed to be in order. 19, 20. Yeah, weird. Chris Jackson. I think he's another one that I seen. There's only a few cards in here where there was like 10 to 30 of them graded. And then, of course, the Payton and the Petrovic. what should be coming up here. Sam Perkins, Lakers. Once I figure out where these are in the pack, I'll be able to just grab them out of there. I think they're towards the back, if I remember. Yeah, Peyton is probably towards the back somewhere. There he is, right there. So, our first Gary Payton, about 10 cards maybe before the back there. So yeah, when I purchased these last year, I think these in a 10 were like under $100. And the 9s were probably like $20, $25, somewhere in there. So I wasn't really looking at it as far as like buy them out, grade them, and sell them, because it's really not that great of a return. But when you start talking about $600 for a card that you can get for $15, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. GP, aka the Glove. Hamid, what's going on? Yeah, there's no Jordan in this set. This is the update set, so it's mostly rookie cards in here, I believe, and just cards that weren't in the regular Fleer set, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, looking pretty sharp. Teeny tiny bit off centered, but that's about it. So probably a 9, you know. No problemo on that one. At the final the Sonics game. Very cool. Nadej. Pelicans, Grizzlies, plus this Antichrist. What's going on? These are like, well, I paid about $15 or a little bit less. I expect, here's Jason Williams. That's another one I seen like top 10 in that Cedric Cabello's. I don't know why people were grading those, but should get the Petrovic here, and there it is. Yeah, I don't expect the price to hold on these. I mean, if the 10 is selling for $600, I mean, how many cards can you buy guaranteed fresh out of the pack, and you got a shot at a 10? Definitely top to bottom on this one, yeah. Fortunately, so some of these aren't going to be gradable, or at least I'm not going to grade them. Is that Dumars behind them? It's got a Dean corner anyways, but yeah, mainly I bought these for the Peyton, but I mean, I'm going to grade some of the Petrovic as well, because he's in the Hall of Fame. It's like an $80 card, and by the time I get these back at the end of the year, there's a good shot that they're going to be actually worth more. So same with the Peyton, but it's definitely a possibility the price is probably going to kind of level out. But I think in the long run, it's just going to continue to go up like everything else. Colleen, what's going on? Very cool flipping cards. Congrats. Yeah, he was a pretty good shooter. That's for sure. Petrovic. So not only did the Jordan Fleer 90s go up in price, but all the Jordans, like, just in general, like, all the Jordans went up in price. So that one's actually looking way better. The last one was off-centered. This one's looking pretty nicely centered. It doesn't have the Dean corner. Little top to bottom on the back. Maybe the top order could be a little bit less, but beggars can't be choosers. I mean, looking at the pop report, this card had just a ton of 10s. So, strange. And let's... Andy, what's going on? Yeah, it's definitely money in the bank on this one. Gary Payton. A little bit of white fuzz on there. A little left to right, kind of like the last one. A lot of these I bought off multiple sellers, so you know, some of them are probably going to be all kind of off-centered like the same, because they all probably were out of the same case or whatever. But I'll probably send the vast majority of them in on the Peyton, just because, like I said, I think the 9s should be at $100, if not $150. And you know, then the 8's probably going to be like $40-50 or something. And I don't think these are going to stay at $15 a box. So get them while you can, guys. Playboy cards are going up. I did not know that. Wabs, what's going on? Colleen, I get everything pretty much on eBay. Pretty much everything you see me open is, for the older stuff, is on eBay. Anything new, it's obviously like in the store or whatever. Some other cool cards I picked up. I picked up a Carmelo Anthony rookie card. It's in this like no name company slab. I'm actually gonna cut this out of here, but it's numbered out of 375, and I got this for like 50 bucks. And he's going in the Hall of Fame. He's like the 12th all-time scorer right now. So stoked to pick that one up. And then I also picked up some more Jeter rookie cards, which I've been snagging those up. And I've been snagging this guy up who had his debut at the end of the season. He's probably going to be in Series 2. And I like what he has to offer, so put my money there. Parking my funds. See what happens. I top load them. I've already done those boxes. I've already got a bunch of the 90 hoops. Very tough to get those cards in good shape. Man, this one's way off. That's like way top to bottom off centered. That would probably get the qualifier grade on that one. Might even grade that just for the qualifier grade. You guys don't know, PSA, unlike other companies, if the card has a stain or it's miscut or it's off center or has a mark or anything, they'll give it a qualifier grade, which what that means is they'll grade the corners, they'll grade the edges, they'll grade the surface, and if all the grades check out at a 9 or above, and the centering is way off, so you can only see a tiny little sliver down here, and it's really fat up here, they will give it a 9. So the card's mint, but it's off-centered. So if you ask for no qualifiers, they would probably give it like a 7. But little info there if you guys didn't know. This one's a little off as well. Is that corner dinged? Yeah. So probably not going to send too many of the Petrovic, just the ones that look really good. These boxes casing were about $15 a piece. Turtles, I don't use gloves. If you want to use gloves, go for it. I don't care to do it. Michael Jordan hoops, 89 PSA 10. That's a pretty good deal for $100. Yeah, it's selling for 700. I was gonna say. Flipping cards. Hopefully we got some PSA subs coming back here soon. Everything's just kind of sitting in limbo right now. Let's see here. Petrovic and Gary Payton. Specific Jordan inserts that you still want to get? Yeah, there are. I mean, I sold some of the ones I really kind of regret, but I mean, it's not really a big deal. It's hard to say. I mean, the Jordan inserts have gone up so much now that it's like, I don't know. I'm not really parking too much money in that right now. Kind of focusing on Hall of Fame rookie cards right now. And I mean, pretty much everything across the board's going up, so the days of getting Michael Jordan cards, in a lot and getting like some really good inserts in there and stuff like that and grading them and I got some really good grades back in the day. It's just really tough to do anymore, so it's just something that, I don't know, as time goes on and I have more money coming in, I can definitely park some more money in Jordan cards, but harder to find boxes of cards. I mean, depends on what boxes you're talking about. Newer stuff, if you're talking about older stuff or whatever. When they grade the cards, do they use a magnifying glass? I'm not sure. They don't really tell people how they grade. So there's all kinds of speculation and stuff like that. But yeah, when people say wear gloves, I mean, on these type of cards, you don't really have to worry about it. If you're talking about like chrome cards and stuff, I of course will look the surface over and wipe off anything that's on the surface. But like, unless your hands are all wet and greasy and I wash my hands, my hands stay super dry, so you don't really have to worry about anything. People think that they're going over your cards with a fine tooth and comb, and like if there's a tiniest little thing, they're gonna mark it down, but that just isn't the case. I've graded thousands of cards. I mean, you guys have seen my PSA returns. Brett, I think Brett was telling me, and I kind of agree with him. They take a look at your card, and it's like 10, 15 seconds, and then they give it a grade, and then they're on to the next card. I mean, you gotta think they have millions of cards literally sitting at their warehouse. They're not scrutinizing your cards as much as you think that they are. For instance, Brett sent 3 cards express, got them back a month later. He thought they were all 9s, and one of them got a 10. So, and it had like a factory line on it. So, I mean, it is what it is. Kyle Catley, what's going on? Andy said Topps or Panini. Well, with baseball, you want to go for Topps because the Panini cards don't have logos. With basketball, you want to go with Panini because that's the standard in basketball. Prism, optic, all that stuff. Same with football. So pretty much depends on the sport. But if I had to pick one, I would say I like Topps better. I sent some cards in to get. They were damaged and I got them replaced, and Topps got back to me super fast. And Panini, it took like 8 months. It was like, are you serious? 8 months to get a card like replaced? It's unreal. Horry's cards will go up. I like Horry. He has like what 6 or 7 championships. Not a Hall of Famer, but yeah, definitely I've seen some of his cards. There's not that many on the market. Like, see, people are talking about gloves, but I mean, look at that surface. There's like scratches all up that surface, just right out of the box, so right out of the right out of the gate. If you grade that, they got all that scratching on the surface. That's gonna grade like an 8, more than likely. So kind of a bummer on that. But even if these aren't gradable, I can send them off to COMC, and these are going for 15 bucks, just for the patent. So there's 0 risk on these boxes, in my opinion, and a ton of upside. So I'm doing good, Ink Master. Thanks for asking. Bobby Witt Jr. Yeah, I do. I like Bobby Witt. I was gonna get some of his sapphires, but I just never pulled the trigger on them. But I've got some of his Bowmans at PSA. Kyle's getting the PSA order ready. Very cool. Lee Aaron. They take a peek at the pop report. It's possible. There's so many like different people have their different opinions. Like certain cards are like they're limiting the pop report on them. Like see these cards, you can see just like kind of like scratch marks, like whenever they printed them. Oop, and that Peyton's got a ding on the corner. Did I miss the Petrovic? I must have. There he is. So yeah, I mean it's, I don't know, you know, I really don't know. Alex Weber, what's going on? Sealed boxes of this, but all my Jordans had bleed through on the top. So these boxes don't have a Jordan inside, only if you buy the regular Fleer. This is Fleer update. But yeah, the print quality on these wasn't the greatest. Yeah, see right out of the box you got a corner that's bent up. Maybe sometimes I can press that down and fix it, but... And then you got like a scratch line right there. Maybe a light one right there. So, not expecting to get a crap ton of 10s out of these, but if I can get a handful, I mean, 110 and I've already paid for every one of these boxes because they're, like I said, $600, $700, which is insane. Alex sent your first PSA submission in with a 96 metal Kobe. Yeah, there's 2 Kobe's. He's got the kind of weird looking face, and then he's got the one where he's like, just like his draft card. I've got, pretty sure I got both of them. I like the Fleer Metal Kobe. And he said almost completed Adrenaline XL Premier League. Yeah, it sounds like soccer. I don't really do soccer. But yeah, definitely some money to be made in soccer. Getting my feet wet. Brett, I got 38 boxes, I believe. I might have bought a few more, but yeah, if I can get them for $15, it's well worth it. And there was one seller at like $17, and they had like 15 of them. I was almost going to just buy them out too, but I opted to just take what I have for now and let some other people get their hands on some. Like, see, that one's like way off center. I mean, just pretty bad on the centering. So these are ones you know, maybe you get the 9.0 C grade, but you'll probably get an 8 or a 7. Actually, that's miscut. See the part of the cards? Part of the card right here is, you can see the other card. So if you sent that, you might get a miscut. Either a miscut or an OC grade. And actually, I've sold the OC grade cards and got like a nice little price for them, because I think some people are just, they don't know. They don't know any better. This one actually looks pretty nice. A little bit left to right. So, probably going to be a handful of 9s in these draws. And that's why I said, I mean, the fact that there's so many 10s on this one and not the Peyton. Lee Aaron, the guy with $17, is sold out. See what I mean? Like, I kind of predict this stuff before it even happens. You know, I jump on it and grab as many as I can. My guess is the new price on this soon will be like 30 bucks or something. So it's going to be like double the price. So, Panini, okay. Yeah, you can spend a lot of money on cards, that's for darn sure. Leave a like, guys, and let me know what you think. I'm always looking at, you know, stuff on the market that's just a good buy, you know. Actually, the guy that sold me, he sold me like 11 of these for $15 a piece, and he put a note in there like, hey, I got like 20 more of these. And I went and looked on his store, and he was asking 30 bucks. So he doubled his price. I didn't even bother sending him a message and seeing if he would come down or whatever. But for some reason, people they don't like list. They don't list them all. Like, they only list part of their inventory, and then they'll like list the rest of them later. That one looks pretty darn good. That's got a shot at a 10. Oh no, I got a fingerprint on it. It's getting a 9. For some reason, these ones are like turned around. That's weird. That's the first box that was like that. Some of the cards are like turned around, and like, look, those are upside down. That is weird. Peyton. Yeah, that one looks really solid right there. PSA 10, 600 big ones. We'll take that all the way to the bank. So yeah, it's crazy how these cards, I mean, even in the last few weeks, like end of January, early February, that these cards have just gone absolutely bonkers. Some of these Hall of Fame cards, like the Shaq Topps Gold rookie went on a PSA 10 from like $2,000 to like 10 grand. I think it came back down. Oop, I already opened that one. I think it came back down to like 7,500, 8 grand, somewhere in there. The Iverson Topps Chrome rookie went from like $2,000 to 10 grand in like 2 weeks. If he had them all up for $15, he'd have none left. Exactly, Alex. Yeah, that's kind of what I do. If I start selling like a bunch, then I know like, okay, the market's probably going to be going up. So yeah, but I mean, why would he say, hey, I got more of these, if he's not willing to sell them at the same price? Chesh breaks. I'm not sure what you missed there, but if you have any questions, let me know. Decent sets in the States. Yeah. Jab's family. Yep. I watch him. Dustin, what's going on? Yeah. Junk Wax has gone crazy, Luke. It's crazy. People are finally kind of picking up on it. Because if you look at the new stuff, I mean, a Luka Prism PSA 10, what is there, like 16,000 of them in the population? And then you take the Gary Payton, there's 1,000 in the population. So even though it's junk wax, there's like 5% of the amount of these as there are of the Luka, which just came out. You know what I mean? So people are going, well, wait a minute. So there's only 300 PSA 10s of this card. Well, why is that only a $100 card? You know? So that's why the price shot up to $600. And it might cool off a little bit, and some people might grade these like I am, and in time the price might cool off, but I think it might just keep trending up. So that one looks really solid. Maybe it's just a little off center top to bottom on the back, but that isn't as big of a deal. One recently sold for 1,200 main account. Yeah, it did it or did it not, you know. Sean Kemp. Yeah, Sean Kemp isn't in the Hall of Fame, but he's very iconic. He got injured. I think actually, I don't know if he got injured. He gained a bunch of weight and he just wasn't effective after the whole NBA. He had like a shutout or whatever, and he came back like 50 pounds overweight, and he just wasn't the same player anymore. But in the 90s, he was iconic, him and Gary Payton. So his PSA 10 is like 300 something right now. I've got a bunch of those at PSA from the regular 90 Fleer boxes I opened. So I'm stoked to get those Kemps back. And I think the nines are even like $50 to $100 somewhere in there. Yeah, Gary Payton is $600 right now. 660 right around there for a PSA 10. So, and you're about 30% chance of getting a 10, I guess, based on the pop report. So that's not too bad. The 81 Super Action Bird and Magic. I did not see that, Alex. I'm sorry. Let me scroll back here. So many comments going in at once. No, I don't have any of the. I don't have any of the Bird Magics from 81. I do have the 82 Topps Bird, which is like his first solo card, and then the Magic as well. So yeah, a lot of good stuff from the 80s and the 90s. So, Derek, I'm holding my Jordans just as a collection, and I think they're just going to keep going up over time. So it's never really the right time to sell. Like you could have said, like, oh, when that documentary came out and the prices all went crazy, like sell, 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 and then the prices, of course, rebounded a little bit after the fact. But then now they're up even higher than they were a year ago. So really, it's up to you when you feel that you're happy with the price. But just know that the price is probably going to continue to go up because it's Jordan. Like he's the best player of all time, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I mean, if you want to sell on the spikes and you think the card kind of hit a real like peak and you want to sell it at that peak, and then maybe buy it back later, or you're fine with just letting it go. It's completely up to you. Kobe, King Big U, what's going on? Bulk submitting these or paying the extra? Mike, I'm probably just gonna bulk submit them, honestly. Because if they had the economy still, that would be nice. I would do it. I would do them economy for $20 a card and get them back. But even that's taken like 6 months. I have an economy order there from like July or August, and it still hasn't popped yet. Andy, the max return on these, I mean, realistically, probably maybe $6,000. Maybe like 10 times my money. Because I'm not expecting like a crap ton of tens, but top load 'em cards. What's going on? It was after the shutout. He never recovered. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. I was getting a bunch of flack for sending off junk Jordans. You're sending all these junk cards. They're not even worth grading, and now they're all coming back from PSA, and they're worth like 7 times what they were when I sent them in. 89 Hoops Jordan. That's off center. I sent a few of those in, and they got 9.0 C grades, and I actually, sold them, and they went pretty well. Yeah, Larry Johnson with his back and everything. PSA 9 Larry Johnson orange error border, Topps finest. Oh man, that's pretty good. Yeah, Kemp is like the Zion of today. You never know. Zion's putting up some crazy numbers. He's super efficient. I think the other night he had like 10 baskets or something like that without a missed shot or something. I don't know. It was insane. Ken Griffey rookie PSA 10. Yeah, that's a good card. I bought the 9s up like a month or two ago, and they're up like 3x right now. Like the 9s of Griffey that you could get for like $30 are like $100 now. and I literally just bought them. 80 is the trio card, 81 is the solo card. Okay, so I have the 1981, the solo card. I don't have the 80. And if you're talking about the action shots, I don't have those. I just like the base cards. I don't go for like the all-star or the action ones and all that stuff because they're typically not the ones that people want as much, so they don't have as much value. That's a nice looking Peyton right there. Chicka, yeah. Let's get some PSA 10s. Even, like I said, even 9s. The 9s were, like I said, going for like 30 bucks on that card, but I realistically think it's like 100, 150 bucks. People are just underselling them because the price like shot so fast. So I think when I get those back, even a ton of 9s will be like 150 bucks. So $15 purchase, you're looking at 10 times your money. BLI, what's going on? 6K, oh my goodness, and you paid $15 a box. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of a brainer. I mean, when the stuff shoots out at you, you gotta just pull the trigger on this stuff and just use your, your head, run the numbers and do the math. And if it doesn't make sense, I just buy everything. That's all there is to it. Like I said, with the Peyton 9, if I seen those for 30 bucks, I just buy everyone off the market, which is what you see. There's absolutely none for sale because if the 10 is $650, I mean, there's no way the 9 should be $30. Error card's worth more, generally speaking. Yeah, sometimes. If the error card is more rare than the non-error card, it can be worth money depending on the error and how, like, iconic it is. What's a couple cards you're excited to get back at PSA that went way up? That's a good question, Lee Aaron. Man, I got a few thousand cards or actually like 3,500 cards at PSA. I guess I got a bunch of Shaq rookie cards, the Topps rookie card. Those I opened them all up out of the boxes. You guys saw it if you guys were around. Those are like, what are those going for? 12, 1,500 or something crazy for a 10. And those were a few $100 for a 10 when I picked them up. Maybe they were 300, 400 max. So the Shaqs have shot way up, and a lot of other just iconic Hall of Famers and stuff. I got the finest Duncan rookies. I sold out of those. The 10s I was selling for 500. I think they're 600 now, and I was getting those for like $15 a card. And I think like 13 of them coming back here pretty soon. One of my next one of my next bulk orders coming back will have a lot of those Hall of Famers in there. You just can't go wrong with the big names. Mike is in the chat. What's going on? Is Brett even still in here? I'm not sure. The hoops Peyton's going for. Yeah, the one he's on the phone. I'm not 100% sure there, Jeff. If it hasn't gone up already, it's probably going to go up. I think the hoops is just a little bit less, less valuable than the Fleer card. But I did send a few of those off to PSA. Yeah, baseball's coming pretty soon. Pretty excited about that. 98 Upper Deck Michael Jordan tribute set for grading. 30 card set for $20. If they're not that expensive, then the cards are really not that, not that sought after, not that rare. They didn't come out of like packs, so it was just sold as a set. If you got it for 20 bucks, I don't know if I would pay the grading fees to grade them. These have dinged corners. Come on, don't screw me on the Peyton. It's not horrible, but that corner's a little bit. That's the thing. Even these boxes just, for years of sitting or whatever. Maybe they're not perfect, but I'll be looking them over. I mean, maybe I get a few 8s in here, but get a ton of 9s. I'll be happy with a few 10s. Petrovic. How many have we even opened so far? We got, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of them already. Cosmos, keep an eye on the iconic 90 score Bo Jackson. Yeah, we pulled that out of the box. I bought that box for like 16 bucks. We pulled the Bo Jackson. It's actually it's right here. It's sitting on the top. Um, Unfortunately, the one I pulled was not gradable. I can't remember what it was. I think it had a corner that was dinged or something, but it just didn't look right. Oh, it has like a line right here. So it just didn't look gradable. So, but I pulled the Frank Thomas and that shot up in price along with everything else. So that actually is at PSA. 1990 Bo Jackson. Very cool. The cards that are bulk, I don't know. I'll probably just sell them off locally or whatever. Brett is in here. What's going on, Brett? Plastic sleeves you're using. I just use Ultra Pro sleeves. Usually these are $1. That's why they call them penny sleeves, because it's 100 sleeves for $1. But with all the shortages and everything, now you're paying more like $2 for them. But I usually buy like 2,000, 3,000 at a time. Would I ever work for PSA? Probably not, because I highly doubt they would pay me what I make grading cards, to grade cards. So I'd rather just work for myself. I kind of told myself 7 years ago that I would never work for someone else ever again. So I've stayed true to the promise. So, oh, we got a Gary Payton. Holy crap! I wasn't expecting to pull that. Sage the collector, what's going on? The eBay auctions are at $20 and under. I've disappeared in the last 15 minutes. Yeah, well, look how many people we got in here. So that's why I say, like, when it comes to stuff like this, guys, you got to jump on it. And it takes one person making a video, and literally the market just completely goes mad. So, and I don't mind doing that. I don't mind being the one to do it, just so I can prove a point. But that these are extremely undervalued. Does it have that insert dents? I'm not sure what you mean. With the Payton cards, you could be looking at potential max return of $8,400. Yeah, it's possible. And I spent about $600 altogether. That one's got a little bit kind of something going on there. Nice centering on the back. Sharp corners, nice centering on the front. It's kind of weird. Like I said, these cards were dirt. I remember these were like PSA 10 of this was like not even $100. That's why I only bought a few boxes like last year. I think they were like $10 a box, something like that last year. You gotta understand, people have had these boxes probably for years and years and years and just sat on them and they've done nothing. So they're like, just get rid of them. The PSA job would suck. Yeah, it would suck. I get like out of my mind just looking at cards for like an hour and like looking them over to grade and stuff like that. I can't imagine doing something like that 8 hours a day or something. That would drive me insane. Sit down, look over 300 cards for grading. You'll find out how much it sucks. Yeah. Brett said it, yeah. See, Brett's sending in a few hundred cards a month too. And I think last month I sent about 500. This month I might not even send it. Holy crap, these cards are stuck in there. Ugh. What the heck is going on with this box? I'll just have to kind of rip that one open. Good lord. Michael Jordan Tribute PSA 10s have been selling for $200 to $600. Mike Levinson. I'm not sure which Jordan Tribute you're talking about. There's so many different like Jordan Tributes and all kinds of crap like that. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Pippen, Ewing, Stockton, 90 Fleer. What you think I should do? I don't know. That's up to you. Like, see how some of these cards, like, just lines going all the way through them, fresh out of the set. Danny Ainge. That one luckily didn't get too much going on there, but probably not gonna be too many of those that get graded just because they're not really nicely centered. Like, look how bad that one is. Then you got a bunch of scratches on the surface, and it's super noticeable because it's got that dark background. Super unfortunate. Ooh. This one's not getting graded anyways. That's horrible. I mean, how the heck did that happen? Unreal. Every pack has a small insert foil card, always on the top. Bo Jackson spot, hard to pull a clean one. Yeah. Rip box, yep. No. Just, it is what it is. Man, we got 70 people in here. If you guys don't mind leaving a like, you know, giving you guys like a free insight to a set that you could potentially make thousands of dollars off of. You know, like I said, you're probably not going to get these for $15 like I did like 5 days ago or whatever. But you never know. Somebody might put these up for sale and just they look at the solds and they see the $15 price point and they list a whole case of them for $15 a piece or something. And you just snag them all up. Yeah, I just answered that, Aiden. You ever send with a min grade? I don't, Alex. The thing is they're gonna grade it. They're gonna charge you for it anyways, so you might as well get it slabbed and get the grade, because you know what I mean. I'm paying the money, so I might as well get it slabbed. And then after the fact, if I decide it's not really even worth being in the slab, I can always crack it out. It's not really a big deal, but I don't like the whole min grade thing because I feel like there could be some bias there. They'd be like, oh, I don't think that's really a 9 or whatever your minimum grade is. So then they just don't even do it, the whole process. So I would rather just go ahead and pay them to grade it. But there are people that do that, and I don't know. That's looking pretty good. First glance, these are actually looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. We might have a 10 here. Oh! Oh crap. You ever seen that happen? Somebody has like a expensive card and they accidentally like screw the card up. I can say I have done that before and it does suck. But you can't look at the fails, you gotta look at the wins, you know? Man, that one looks clean, clean, clean. Look at that one. Maybe a tad bit left to right, but man, that looks clean. Clean like Billie Jean. Emerson's baseball cards, what's going on? First time hopping in live. Nice. Thanks for coming. Axe the Cruel, what's going on? Pull the Jordan center stage today. Nice. That's a nice card. I believe I have one of those graded. King said 15-17, he said. Yeah, that's what I paid. Crossover at PSA. I have not. What I'll do is I'll crack a card out of the case and then just send it to them raw, so they get a fresh approach to it. Now, if you're dealing with a card that's really expensive and it already has like a really high grade, and you don't want to crack it out of the case and risk it, and you want to send it in to try to cross it over, that would be possibly the way to go. But I've never been in that circumstance to where I would do that. So top load them. Have I sent a GMA? I've never sent a GMA. They were like $2, $3 for a grade. I remember, and it didn't make any sense to me. Why would I want to send a card to them? And there's really it doesn't really add a lot of value to the card. So it's like, why spend the money just to slab a card for like, no. But there was people that were doing it and making money. And then of course they raised their prices because grading has really gone up, and you see a lot of GMA cards on the market, but I don't trust them whatsoever. I mean, I've seen the GMA 10s and you get it and you're like, what the heck is going on with this card, you know? So personally never used them. And then as far as yeah, was it HGA? Yeah, HGA just started. I haven't used them yet either. My buddy Brett, I think he's in the chat. He's gonna send some cards to them, he said. But I have not. I've seen a few people do some cards, and I think I've seen a return from them. They look pretty cool. I mean, the slabs are pretty nice, but you know, it's going to take time for any company to kind of get in line with PSA. But people were paying crazy prices, that's for sure. I seen it was like a HGA 9.5, and it went for like more than a PSA 10. It's like, what the heck are people doing? So maybe I would think about HGA, but just because the slabs look cool, you can put the label, like the colors you want on the label. You get the subgrades. So I think they're ahead of Beckett, honestly. I mean, and I've heard a lot of like just kind of negativity around Beckett with they just raise their prices on their high-end stuff, and then Beckett also, you know, they had those fakes that were going around where people found the slab, like the card inside this. Everything looked legit. It was a legit card. It's just the Beckett slab itself was somebody had made it, and the cards got through to some people or whatever. And these were like really high-end cards, you know. So it's definitely, I think, kind of made Beckett look bad because they don't have any, like PSA. They got the barcode on the back or whatever you call it, the code where you can scan it and it pops up and shows you like the pop report and stuff on their website, or on the app. You can download the app to your phone. That's what I use. You can instantly like look at the code and it'll tell you. It's pretty cool. Well, we got 8 boxes left. Not all of my boxes showed up today, but a lot of them did. So with the holiday weekend and everything, a lot of stuff moved in the mail, and I'm getting a lot of these. But yeah, crazy. We got some other cool cards though that are coming, guys, that you guys probably have no idea about. And I pulled the trigger on some cards, and I'm pretty excited about them. How do you get to sand to PSA for grading? You go on their website and then you enter the cards in and send them. There's tons of videos on YouTube about it. Not good for 9s. A lot of counts for 10s. 98 Michael Jordan Tribute Jordan card set cards. Yeah, I'd have to look into those, but like I said, if you're buying the set for like dirt cheap, the cards were sold like that, and they weren't like cards you pulled out of packs. There's not as much collectability and like value there, in my opinion. Like I got a Jordan set and it's got a bunch of cards. I couldn't even sell that. I tried selling it for like 30 bucks. They're cool, but they just don't have the same value and the same premium as cards that were inserted into set, you know, boxes, and you pull them out of the pack. And this one looks pretty darn good as well. Holy crap. I think we got a 10 here, guys. Pippen or Jordan pulled just the glove. Yeah, I mean, these are 100 card sets. So in these sets, this was the update set. Jordan was in the regular set. So the only cards you get in here that are, I mean, there's other guys that are decent, I guess, but the main two are the Gary Payton and the Petrovic, because they're both Hall of Famers. Man, that's a clean looking son of a gun right there. I think that's gonna 10. Buying older boxes to build up a portfolio, or just focus on buying new products, creating and selling. I mean, do whatever you like, soldier. Whatever you think. I bought a lot of the older stuff last year for the nostalgia and to put cards in my collection, and all of that stuff has gone up, so I've done really well on it. With newer stuff, it's very volatile. I mean, you see what's going on with right now with all these new players, and everyone's kind of like shifted and is buying the Hall of Famers, and now the new stuff is like down 30%, 50%. So as far as a store of value, you want to go with the all-time players. But if you want to play the new market and try to make money quick, open a box of soccer. I did pack a soccer. It was oh, that card's upside down. The Chronicles soccer from last year I picked up at Walmart, and I sent 2 of those cards to PSA, so those are coming back. But yeah, I would do some soccer. I don't know a crap ton about it. This one's off center pretty good. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of people doing soccer. How do you stay in tune with card prices and trends like the Gary Payton? Well, I bought a lot of these cards, number 1. Number 2, there's a free app. You can download it. It's called Sports Card Investor. That app is free for your phone, and you can scroll through and it shows you all the different players, their cards, and then you can see how much percentage it went up. You can look at the graphs. You can look at the PSA 9 price, 10 price, raw price. Not all of them have a price of everything, but there's a lot of information on there, and you can learn very, very fast. And yeah, I do this for a living, so I know what the market's doing for the most part. I watch lots of videos on YouTube. I watch, I learn. I'm checking eBay. I'm doing all this stuff. So, yeah, that is the Gary Payton rookie card. There's no logos. Back then, you didn't have like a rookie logo on cards, generally speaking. But yeah, this is the update Gary Payton rookie card. Another one. Yeah, Cosmos. Mad Sweeper, what's going on? Gonna rip it right now. Luke said, you got one. Nice. Emerson's, I bought these for the Gary Payton and the Drazen Petrovic. Both Hall of Famers. Gonna grade them. Gonna make money. That's why I bought them. And the prices were just ridiculously, I mean, $15 a box is like, it's a no-brainer. Aiden, I'm not sure what you're asking. These don't come in wax packs. You can only get these as a set. So the regular boxes, I mean, you got the Jordan card in there. You got the All-Star cards. You got Magic Bird. You got some other good cards in there. The Kemp rookie. Just picture, these are, all the boxes have the same cards in them, the same 100 card set. Sports Card Investor app too. Nice. Yeah, it's a great app, and it's free. So it's like I can pop my phone up, I can look at, if I'm sitting watching TV or something, I can flip through real quick and see what's happening in the market, what cards are doing. And a lot of the cards I have, so I'm like, oh, okay. This card went from this price to this price. Holy crap. I'm like, so it's a lot of fun. Yadamine, what's going on? Yeah, it's you've been looking for let me know if you guys are buying any of these or if you're finding them or what's going on. Another one that looks really, really sharp. See, some of these just look very, very sharp. Nice centering, and there's no like weird edges or anything. The backs look really good. So yeah, I think we're gonna get hopefully like half a dozen 10s. But sometimes I get 10s on ones I don't think are gonna 10, and then sometimes you got them that you think are gonna 10, they get a 9. So it's just it's weird. Picked up 2 boxes up. Update just now. $18, $19. VN. Yeah, not bad. Still a good deal in my opinion. Yeah, Petrovic was really good. Fortunately, he died in that car accident. It really sucks. Yeah. Usually when it comes to knowledge, I just watch, like, there's so many different YouTube channels out there that can really update you on what's going on and what to buy and stuff like that, and just get multiple perspectives, so you're going into it with kind of enough knowledge to know what you're doing. This one's gonna have it. Man, see these back cards that got completely pushed in and all messed up on the corners. So unfortunately that Gary Payton kind of took a little beating. Probably not going to be gradable on that one. But like I said, I'll send these off to COMC. I'll put them in my store for $15 and they'll fly off the shelf. So I'll get all my money back, regardless if it's gradable or not. Which is kind of nice. Aiden, no, you can't get Jordan from these. They're 100 card sets, and they don't have any like the big players in them, just like the rookies and stuff. Picking up in bulk is the key. More odds of 10s, like Justin said. Low risk, high reward. Yeah, Brett, exactly. That's why, like I said, the price on these was just so unbelievably... It just made no sense to me. It was like, wait, you can buy that for $15, grade the one card. If it gets a 10, you get $600. That's just unheard of, So I just bought as many as I could at the right price. Like I said, I left some of them out there, and it looks like they're already gone. I mean, look at our pile over here. Big pile of boxes going in the trash. The cheap graded cards are cheap, so I have a lot of 9s. Sports Investors. Yeah, some of the 9s are cheap. That's why I said, like on this Payton, how the heck is the 9 $30 if the 10 is 600? That doesn't even make sense. So once you know that, you just buy every 9 that you can see, and just wait. You know, probably not even a month, and the price will just shoot way up. That's another thing about the sports card investor app, is that you can kind of predict those movements, because you look at the charts and you go, okay, it's saying the 10 went up by 150%. I'm looking at the 9 and it's only up by 50%. So I know that's going to go up, you know, another 100% more than likely within the next couple weeks. So then you buy the card, and then sure enough, a month later it's worth a lot more than you paid for it. Pulled 2 Skybox Jordans from a box I bought. Nice. Was that the 90 Skybox with the the brown Chris? Because the 91, the white bordered cards, you'll pull a lot of Jordans out of those, like 5 to 10 Jordans per box. It's great because there were so many different cards in there. But I like the 90 Skybox, and that card took a real high, climb. I haven't checked it recently, but yeah, the price has really gone up on that. That one's looking really, really good. Definitely a few of these in here that are probably gonna 10. Purchased 3 boxes of 90 update going to grade HGA team color for the Gary Payton rookie. That'll be cool. Yeah, get one of these in a HGA case with like the yellow and the green or whatever on the logo, and get like a 9.5. You're probably not going to get a 10, because 10s with HGA, it's going to be really tough. You're probably looking like a 9 maybe, if you get one that's nice and centered, maybe a 9.5. But yeah, that'll look cool, and obviously it's going to be low pop because nobody else is probably doing it. Nadej, what's going on? Just made the purchase. Very cool. Skybox 90s Series 1 or 2. Jeff, I think you can get the Jordan out of Series 1 and 2 for the 90 Skybox. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think you can get the Jordan in each one. I think you'll get more in Series 1, I believe. I do have those videos on my channel, so you can actually go back and watch and see how many I pulled. I think mostly I just did the Series 1. But I think the Series 2 had the something in it. I can't remember. Was it the Peyton, maybe? 90 Skybox. Man, why can I not remember? It's been so long. I did all those boxes last year, so... Yeah, HGA grades like BGS. And you get the subgrades. You're probably going to want the subgrades. That's what I would do if I was going to send to them. Hope and pray and wait for PSA, or go HGA quick. Yeah, that's up to you. I would just, if you're going to do HGA, I'd just probably do the 60-day. Do they have like a max limit on like what the card value can be or anything like that? I mean, obviously they can't really put a value on their own graded card, because there's not really any of them out there on the market. With PSA, if it's like a PSA 10 and they say, oh, that's $1,000 card, we're going to upcharge you on that. But I don't think that HGA is going to be doing that. If they do, it's going to be a while. 60 days, $20 a card. That's pretty good. If the turnaround is actually 60 days and they're doing it for $20, I'd love to do the economy for $20 with PSA. I think it's actually $25 now if it was a actual 60-day turnaround. And another Gary Payton that looks like a 10. Another one. I mean, like I said, it might be just barely off. Depends on the grader in the day, Did Susie get laid last night? If not, she might not give me a 10 on that one. I don't know. PSA backlog is too long. Yeah, that's why you gotta go express if you want the cards back a month later. Right now, you're looking at 8 to 10 months on the bulk submissions. Ton of 90 Fleer cards laying around. Yeah, I usually put them in a box, and just once I get a huge box of like cards, I'll just sell them locally for like $50 or something, and somebody will buy them just because they'll just, oh, a bunch of basketball cards or baseball or whatever. Aaron M, I'm a subscriber. First time I catch one of your live videos. Very cool. Yeah. I think we got 28 boxes today. I got the other ones are in the mail still. But yeah. Yeah, no upcharge on HGA, exactly. Yeah, try it out. I mean, it's definitely a card. You might be the first one to get one out on the market, and with the PSA 10 going for 600, if you got a BGS 9.5, you paid what, $20 for the Gary Payton, then you pay another $20 to grade it. You're $40 all in. maybe the 9.5 goes for like $300, and you just turn $40 into 300. So, and you got a turnaround time of like 2-3 months. Look at Manute Bol, man, that guy was like tall and skinny. 7'7". Crazy. There's a game where he made like 6 3-pointers in like one half. He's got a really, really weird shot. Gary Payton. Almost wish I would have bought those other like 20 of them that I've seen. I was gonna pull the trigger and I was like, 38 is that's fine. 52 tops looking C cards. Probably not. Are those baseball, basketball? Sound like they would be baseball, but I don't know. Another card that's looking crispy. Crispy like KFC. Only issue had a lot of these too is like just the cut of the card was kind of rough on some of the edging. So that may or may not knock them down. I was actually surprised. I sent all those Ken Griffey Jr. 89 Fleer rookies. I sent those all off to PSA. I bought them from a guy that probably had them from the 90s. And I got like 3 10s out of those Fleers. And I thought they were all 9s with like some 8s. I was very surprised on those. And I sold the 10s for like 140, and now they're like $350 or something. So kind of bummed about that. It looks like a 10 on the front. Yeah, it does. J-Dub, what's going on? Should have bought all your PSA 9 89 hoops Jordans you were selling a few months ago. Yeah. I mean, if you'd have bought my Fleers, my hoops, I mean, you name it, you would have made money. So, I had stacks of those cards. I have 0. Somebody asked me the other day, like, oh, what Jordans do you have for sale? I have 0 Jordans for sale. I literally sold every darn card. And I had a ton. If you guys remember my PSA return from like October or November, like they're all gone. Except the ones I put in my PC, obviously, but submitted 14 Jordans that appeared to be gems. Very cool, Aaron. The 10s were selling for $182.10, so I valued them at $199. That makes sense. Yep. They received a sub on November 10. With the increase of value, do you think they're going to upcharge me? It's possible, Aaron, but I've had really good luck with the bulk submissions where they haven't like upcharged me on cards. I mean, just a few months back, I got the Shaq Topps Gold and PSA 10 back, and they did not upcharge me for it. And that was a $2,000 card at the time. And now it's like $7 or $8 grand. So I don't think they scrutinize. I don't think they have the time to sit there and go through the orders, especially when you're. I don't know how many cards you have in that order, but I did have an order that was economy, and it was like LeBron James rookie cards and just all these cards that were worth like thousands of dollars after they got graded, and it was a $499 max. So I got upcharged on a bunch of cards. That was the first time I've ever gotten charged on like who knows how many PSA orders I've done in the last 4 years. Probably like 40 or 50 orders. That was the only one time I ever got upcharged. But it made sense because the cards like are worth a lot of money. Like the 2 LeBrons were like thousands of dollars. Oh man, that card almost looked perfect, and then I noticed in the light that corner is just a little shoved. Doggone it. That literally looked like a 10. I was like, oh, it's a 10. Unreal. Psh, unreal. Got a bunch of 91 Upper Deck Paytons. They look like they went up to Clint Pippen. Yeah, mainly his 1990 rookie card is what you want. I don't know what the second year cards are going for, but Skybox is an inaugural edition black box. 2 MJs, got a few Ewing and Barkley. Very nice, you know what I mean. Slash, if you're just popping in, these have the Gary Payton and the Drazen rookie cards. These are going for $650 in a 10, and the 9s are like, well, they're way undervalued. They should be at least $150. And the boxes, I got them for $15 each. And then the Petrovic is like $30 in a 9, $80 in a 10, somewhere around there. Both Hall of Famers. So yeah, $15 a box. I just bought everything. Let's see here. Submission is stuck in step 3. Yeah, it happens. A lot of weird stuff going on. I've had like 4 orders in grading for like a long time, and they're still not done. Like, haven't gone into like the assembly part. And then I have one order that went into assembly, and I got all excited, and it's been sitting there for like a month. Meanwhile, my buddy Brett got his orders back from the same time frame that I sent those in, which is very weird. But it seems like they're getting the ultra modern stuff done a little bit quicker than the modern. All right, this is our last box that we have. It's been good talking to you guys. We've been doing this for an hour. I guess it's better to do it and chat crap with people than just do this and not have anyone to talk to. Off-centered on the left or right on that one. Corner's a little pushed. So I think probably like 10 of these aren't even going to be gradable. Then the other 28, maybe we get 10 10s. And the rest are like 9s. And we had a few like 9 OCs in there. So not too shabby. And maybe on the Petrovich we'll probably have like 10 of them that I actually grade. And probably half will be 10s, half will be 9s. That's what my guess is on these, just based on what we just looked at. How many Jordans did I pull? Hundreds of them, Slash. If you go back on the channel from last year, we opened like every single box of basketball from 89 all the way through like the mid-90s. Some of the more expensive stuff I didn't open, but yeah, we opened a lot of stuff. And like the 91 Skybox boxes, you would get like 8 to 10 Jordans in every box. I mean, I did the 89 Hoops boxes. I did 92 Tops. I mean, 93 Skybox, Hoops, everything. I did all those boxes. Not just for the Jordans, but for like the rookie cards, like Shaq rookies, Alonzo Mourning rookies, Dikembe Mutombo, obviously, you know, Peyton, Sean Kemp, just all the good ones. Almost every one of these cards has a little fisheye dot. See that little yellow dot right there on the nameplate? That one doesn't have it. That one doesn't have it. That one has it. Very strange. I didn't notice that on the Peytons at all. Fortnite cards, I have no idea. I'm not into gaming, that type of gaming, but I wouldn't think that there would be a lot of value there. A lot of the value is coming from nostalgia. So like people that are into these cards right now are in their 30s, maybe 40s. So they're kind of coming back to the hobby, and they're kind of like reliving their memories of their childhood and buying these cards. So nostalgia really sells. And I think every 20 years or 30 years or whatever, you'll get that kind of nostalgia that comes back, and then people buy into that stuff from their childhood. So yeah, it's definitely if it's something that's new, I don't think there's going to be a lot of value there. Peyton's already think PSA 10. I'm hoping for like 10 10s, but we'll see what happens. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 28 of them. I mean, we had cards like this where the centering was horrible. So that's probably going to get a 9 OC. And we had a bunch that are probably going to fall in the 9 range. And then we had some that just had like a Dean corner, or they're way off center to where they're probably not even going to be gradable. There's probably a handful in here I'm not even going to grade. And then there's a bunch that are going to be 9s. And then there's going to be a few 10s. Like I said, 110, $600. We just paid for every one of these boxes. Not just these boxes, but the other 10 that I ordered. So I think I spent under $600 on 38 of them. So Slash, the boxes were about 15 bucks, but as you've seen in the comments after I posted this video, people are trying to buy them, and they're like 20 bucks. So, and they'll probably go up from there. I think they're going to be at least 30 bucks a box, if not more. Series 1 Fortnite Panini sell for $3,500. That is crazy. I wouldn't be buying into Fortnite cards, but then again, I'm not into Fortnite. So Stevie has 100 Jordans he pulled last year, but I own about 1,100 Jordan cards in all. Half are good for grading, but the 100 I pulled are going to be sent to PSA. Nice. Yeah, send them in. See what you get, These sets were under $5 for 25 years, and now people are going crazy. Yeah, because, I mean, for years you could probably get this PSA 10 of this Peyton card for like 30 bucks or something. It was just dirt cheap. So it didn't make sense to go out and spend a crap ton of money on the box, send this off to PSA. Back then it was probably like $6 a grade, $7 a grade. So you would spend like 13 bucks, and then maybe one in how many boxes would be a 10. It wouldn't really be even be worth your time. But the thing is when this card goes up 10x, all of a sudden it's a $300 card. All of a sudden it's a $6 card. Then the box price is obviously going to go up because people want to buy the box because it's just kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, I mean, thank you, appreciate that. But yeah, that can kind of be said by pretty much all the junk wax stuff. It's finally kind of like going up because it just sat for so long because there's so much of it that was produced that people just were like, there's just so much of that out there, it's not worth anything. Driving the population up, prices go down. That's possible, Jordan. But it's going to take 10 months to get these back from PSA unless I want to pay like a lot of money to grade them, which I'm not planning on doing. I mean, the only way I really send cards in is either bulk or I send them in express, which is $75 a card. I really don't want to pay $75 a card on these. Because like I said, if I get a 9, it's like $25. But realistically, I think it should be at least $100 in a 9. But then I'm pretty much breaking even at that point once I sell it and get the fees and everything. So I'm not really going that route. If they still had the economy service and that was like 20 or 25 a card, I would probably do that on them. But unfortunately, they don't have that anymore unless you are a bulk submitter. Decade of Excellence PSA 10 going for $1,000. Is it really, J-Dub? That was like $350. I just checked. It wasn't even that long ago. I've got 10 of those at PSA coming back pretty soon. I think 10 of them. And then I've got the Ultra Decade. I've got probably 10 of them. And those were like $250 in a 10 when I sent those in. Reason why collecting low pop cards is key. Yeah, these are actually low pop. I mean, when you think about it, there's 1,000 of these graded and only 323 10s. That's the same population as like the Jordan rookie PSA 10, which is going for $750,000. So when you think about that, 300 PSA 10s of this card is like nothing compared to like the newer cards. Charles, I don't really gamble at all. This is my form of gambling. I don't really gamble with, spinning a wheel and trying to get lucky. I like watching it, but I don't like actually doing it because I don't like to gamble my money. Yeah, you're an 80s baby. Yep. So exactly. And like Nintendo is like a thing, that kind of saw a spike. Everybody wants to get that Nintendo, Super Nintendo and all that nostalgia. Crazy. Bulk seller of Decade of Excellence. Yeah, I don't either. I don't ask questions. I mean, my first thought was, man, are these like fake cards or like what's going on here? But I've sent them into PSA for the last like 2-3 years and I've gotten them back every time. And I think my last one, I got like almost all 10s. It was like 12 10s and like 2 non-10s or 3. And I did really freaking good. Even at $250 a card, that was like $3,000 I made on those. So I've just continually bought them. For the last few years and kind of just sent 10 in here, sent 10 in there kind of thing. Yeah, crypto. I don't know a lot about crypto. If I was going to buy it, I'd buy that doggy coin or whatever it's called. That dog face meme. I think I got a sticker around here somewhere. I don't know where I put that thing. The dog. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. That's like that, I don't even know what kind of dog it is, but that dog that has that face and everybody uses it as a meme. Doggy coin. I know I got the sticker around here somewhere, but I was gonna put it on my car. I thought it was pretty funny, but I probably threw it up somewhere. Yeah, but yeah, it is volatile, but so is every pretty much if you're gonna invest in the coin. It's at 7 cents. I think the other day I checked. I seen a video on it. One of the finance guys I watch. And then I just seen a post about it. One of the big names was saying that people were gonna use it for online currency. So I mean, I think we're definitely in the age of Yeah, the Elon Musk tweet, exactly. That could just shoot it up to the moon. Um, just to give you an example, I bought medical marijuana stock a few years back, and it was like 2 cents a stock, and literally like overnight it shot to like 40 something cents a stock. I think it was kind of manipulated, but there was definitely some room there to make money. But it's, it's a risk. You're taking a risk on that stuff, but your risk reward, it's, you got to take your risk reward potential. Don't invest your net worth into it. Invest 1% of your net worth into it, and if you lose, it's not the end of the world. Keith Terrell is at 5 cents. Wow, man, I kind of want to buy 1,000 shares at 5 cents. That would be like what, 20,000 shares of it. Then if it goes to $1, you got what, 20 grand. So you buy it at 5 cents, spend $1,000, turn it into 20. If it goes up, who knows? Um, the Dedge. How did your Gary Paytons look? Oh, they did pretty good. I mean, pretty much what to be expected. We got some in here that looked like they could potentially gem. There was a few that had the pushed corners. There were some that had the off centering really bad. So overall, it's just a numbers game. You throw enough darts at the board, you're gonna have some darts that stick. You know what I mean? Your son has 120 bitcoins locked in the wallet, and he can't remember his password. Oh my god, that's like what, $600,000. That'd be sickening to not be able to get into your account. Albion said it'll never go to $1. There's an unlimited supply. I think what it is they add like a certain percentage every year to hedge inflation or whatever. So they're adding more supply. So yeah, with anything where you got supplies going up, it's gonna keep the price from like going too crazy. Keith bought Doggy at 0.0. He bought 8/10 of a penny with $100. So what are you sitting at, $1,000 now then? What's the card number? So it's card number U92 because it's an update. Set number U92, and then 81 on the Petrovic. Try 4 million. 4 million. Wait, 4 million. Okay. Yeah, you're right. 120 bitcoins. That would be 4 million. What the heck? Why on earth can they not get into their account? Some coins have a limited supply. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, there's a few other guys in here. I guess I can go through and kind of show you. I think Jason Williams, maybe. Cedric Cabello's. These were the ones that had 30 cards that were graded. I found one of them in the PSA 10 sold for $50, but I'm not probably gonna mess with them. Because like I said, you can't really expect a 10. You're probably gonna get a 9, and it's like if you don't get that 10, you're kind of screwed. Because if they aren't Hall of Famer, and it isn't like a Sean Kemp or something, I wouldn't waste the money on it. But that's just me. There's Alex English, Hall of Famer there. Fat Lever. So there's a few guys in here. I mean, Chris Jackson, I think his card was like $50 on a 10. I'd have to look, but not really a big deal to me. Getting my money out of the Peyton and the Petrovic. Check cryptos out. Lots of opportunity. Yeah, there is. Yep, exactly. I just don't know enough about crypto to put my money in it. I'm making so much money off sports cards right now that's kind of occupying my time. But eventually I want to diversify a little more and maybe get some sort of a crypto. Like I said, I think the doggy coin is just funny. And it's so darn cheap that it's like, why not? Like Keith said, he bought it for 8/10 of a penny, so he's already made 10 times his money. Or not quite, because now it's at 5 cents, so actually like 7 times his money. PSA 10 Decade of Excellence at 1,200 with an hour left. Holy crap. The bulk sellers are out. Now they had some a few days ago, and I was looking at them. Yeah, that's the thing. Hold them, because I would always like kind of ask full price on them. And you get these sellers that just, they throw them up for sale. They just auction them off. They just want to get their money back really fast. And then all of a sudden there's none available. And then all of a sudden the price goes from $300 to $1,000, you know. Judd Bushler's in there. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't have the time to put into it. And I don't even know how to buy crypto, or, you know, where I would do it or how. So that's just that's just me. I mean, it's eventually one day I'll do it, but just right now it's not my priority. I got so much other crap going on. Flying Judd with the Bulls. Was he on the Bulls? Judd Bushler? That must have been back in the day then. I think that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I'm gonna get going, make some food here. It's already 7:30. Holy crap! Time flies. We got, like I said, we got some more cards coming, probably before the end of the week. It's gonna be another something like this where I'm opening it up and showing you guys the value and what I think the potential is and all that kind of stuff. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Have your push bell on. All that good stuff. Thanks for coming in and chatting. Appreciate it. And put some money in Robinhood and let it grow. Yeah, that's what I thought about doing. But then there's the whole Robinhood got sued or whatever, and then that whole deal going on. That kind of got me a little bit sketched out. But yeah, I would like to do that eventually. It's just a matter of pulling the trigger. I'm not planning on going to Palatine, no. Just because that's like such a far drive for me. Like for Brad, it probably wouldn't be super far, but I'm like, that's like a good hour and a half. And I don't know. I probably won't go. Santa cards, I will show the HGA Gary Payton. All right, yeah, I'll check you out, man. Let me know when you get those back. I'll come check the video out. They force people to sell GameStop. That's messed up, man. So many sheep just jumped on that, and they were just like, you know, oh, everybody's doing it, so I got to do it. And you're just going to lose your money. Like, why are you going to put into something that's obviously 100 times more expensive than it actually should be? Like, you're just throwing your money away. But yeah, people are going to do sheep things. So okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where HGA is located. I haven't used them, so I don't know. PSA is in California, their main headquarters, so that's where I send all my cards. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming. Thanks for all the questions and keeping me entertained here. Hopefully you guys learned something. You know, if you think it's worth it, get out and get some of these while you still can, because they're probably going to be going up. Yeah, and we'll probably see you back here before the weekend. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.